This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about a little shakeup that's happening on Raw in this era, at least on the announce crew. A guy you go many years back with, Booker T, is removed from the announcing team. He's going to be replaced by Jonathan Coachman, and he took to his radio show to blame Corey Graves. And Meltzer would report Booker put the finger on his demotion at Graves. In reality, the company had hired Coachman and kept it a secret from everyone because they waited until almost the last minute to tell Booker T. And one of the things that he would say on his radio show, he being Booker T, is, quote, if I catch him on the street, I'm going to do something to him. It ain't going to be at the office or anything like that. But if I catch him and it's not going to be at the airport, no, I'm not going to do that. But if I catch Corey Graves on the street, you see that bouffant hairdo he's got? I'm going to rearrange it for him. I'm just saying, let me catch him at Starbucks. I'll tattoo him. So this, of course, is revealed to be a big funny ha-ha. But for a few days, Booker and Corey had fun stirring up the dirt sheets. What do you think of that when you just sort of run your own quote unquote angle with the dirt sheets? You for it? You against it? Man, you've never talked about your attitude with some of the behind the scenes guys who cover the business.
Well, that's not my style. I don't begrudge anybody making a living off of this industry. You know, that's always been the knock on the dirt sheet riders, that they're bleeding off of the industry and they're making a living off of it. Anybody that can make a living off this business and offers something to the business as a result of it, hey, more power to them. You know, I don't have a monopoly on who makes a living off of this business and who doesn't, and who's allowed in and who's not. That's certainly not my call. I don't believe in shooting an angle and just throwing stuff out there just to see who's going to react to it and what the reaction is going to be. You know, there's got to be a little bit of truth in everything. Otherwise, it's just all bullshit. You know, and I know one thing about Booker T. I've known him a long time, and I know his brother. And they're straight shooters. They're solid guys. And if Booker T did have a beef with anybody, he wouldn't be on social media threatening them. He would probably just go to his house and sit out in his driveway. And when the guy got home, whenever that was, he would say, okay, you had your say. Now I'm going to have mine. Let's resolve this. Booker got balls, no doubt about it. That was the first thing that told me that it was just a work. It was just something going on to see who would bite. Yeah. You know, just throw some bait out in the water and see who'll bite it. And a lot of people bit it. You know, Corey Graves was given some leeway by the boss, you know, to maybe toe the edge on some of the things he was doing. I would listen to commentary when I would get a chance, but when you're walking around and producing stuff at television, you don't get to hear commentary a lot of times. But, you know, he was able to push the envelope and get away with some stuff, which had to come from the office. You can't just shoot your own angle on WWE television. It just don't work like that. So I knew he had to have approval, and it was what it was. Those that had fun with it, those that went, they got me. They had fun with it too. So
let's talk about Corey Graves for a minute. What's your thoughts on Graves' work as a commentator? I feel like he's a little bit of a throwback, more of a Jesse Ventura style. I enjoy it. I think he's had fun messing with some folks who are critical of his work, or the WWE product rather, on social media. And I've had the opportunity to hang out with Corey in real life. I think the guy's great, and I enjoy what he does, but you're one of the boys. You're old school. You say things a little differently. What do you think of his work?
Not really. And I tell you what I don't do, and what you won't hear me do, is knock the announce team for any company, for any reason, because I tried it once, and we've been all through that. I failed miserably. I did get a respect that day for just how difficult their job is. And I feel that way today. A great announce team almost become invisible. They're so seamless. They're explaining to you the stories and what's going on. And when they're allowed to paint the picture properly and actually talk about what we're seeing in the ring all at the same time, plus days and dates and all the things they have to cover in the history of what we're seeing and, where it might lead next week. All those things they have to cover. You got to be very, very talented and have your shit together. And I respect announcers in all sports that are able to pull that off and make it a pleasant viewing pleasure. Certainly got nothing negative to say about Corey, and he has his own style. And if you enjoy him that much, that says something pretty positive for me. That's all I need as far as endorsement.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.